Hello there! In the world of voice acting, you rarely hear of retirement, as they pretty much voice these beloved animated characters right until the end. June Foray is 95 years old and still regularly voice acting, still taking on her famous roles of Rocky and Granny. However, in the world of voice actresses, one retired much too soon and left a legacy of notable voices to her name. She is Christine Cavanaugh. Her first voiceover role arrived in 1987, but her big break was in 1991. Cavanaugh was selected to voice Chuckie Finster on Rugrats, and her voice became instantly recognizable to all of us and allowed him to make Chuckie sound like a cowardly baby, and she was able to become that character. She was funny and believable, and you can imagine it blew all of our minds when we found out Chuckie, and the rest of the Rugrats for that matter, were voiced by women, and Cavanaugh definitely stood out in that cast.
Chuckie is a big part of me. There's a lot about Chuckie that is similar to me. I'm not a scaredy cat, though. I don't know. Probably Angelica.
While playing a boy on Nickelodeon, she also debuted as the voice of a female mallard in Duckman Duck, playing Gosling. Pretty much the polar opposite to Chuckie, she is constantly in need of action and helping her superhero father in any way she can. Her chemistry with Jim Cummings' Duckman is fantastic, and quite a number of episodes deal with a sweet father-daughter relationship between the two, and Cavanaugh's voice work aids the writing exceptionally well. Her penchant for playing these sorts of characters combined with Marty Sherman, Jay's son in The Critic. Again, there is some sweet father-son bonding that occurs between the two, and they also share a similar love for food and pop cultural references. It's that ability of making her characters likable that helped in making them memorable. Around that time, she also voiced Bunny Rabbit on Sonic the Hedgehog, and one of the leads in Ah, Real Monsters, which, I have to be honest, I never watched all that much. However, what little I heard of her voice work on it, she was still very good. Her biggest and most acclaimed roles, though, came in 1995 with two major success stories. One was the title character in Babe, a role she imbued with so much heart, and like Chuckie, it blew our little minds upon finding out that an adult woman voiced the role, because it sounded so childlike. She handled all the necessary emotion, and George Miller made the right choice of casting her. And while a lot of the time going with a professional voice actor will lead to a stronger, more universal character than maybe a celebrity would. I think this is the film that made me want to own a pet pig, and Cavanaugh certainly deserves a large amount of the credit for that. She made Babe so endearing, I would not be surprised if a lot of people stopped eating bacon because of her. Her other famous role for that year was Dexter in Genndy Tartakovsky's world premiere tune, Dex's Laboratory. Sporting what appeared to be an Eastern European accent, the character was absolutely hilarious, and excitement, his inventions, and frustration at Dee Dee was fantastically voiced by Cavanaugh. This role showed that not only could Cavanaugh play children remarkably well, but she knew how to handle different accents as well. Of course, those are simply her most iconic roles. She also worked on shows like Recess and the Pop-Up Girls, and even provided the voice of Birdie the Early Bird for McDonald's promotions. However, for unknown reasons, Christine Cavanaugh retired from the voice acting business in 2001, with her final roles being Chuckie in Rugrats in Paris and other sort of specials and episodes, as well as the remaining episodes of Dexter's Lab she voiced, released in 2003. While I respect her decision for retiring, whatever it may be, I'm sure many of us who grew up on her characters would like to return and voice more of them. Wherever you are, Mrs. Cavanaugh, we still certainly remember the characters you helped bring to life with your vocal talent. See you next time.